All right, so what do I want to talk about next? So I am looking forward to going, BMW MoA Rally is coming up in the middle of June here, and I'm looking forward toward it. It's going to be a little bit different this year, and the reason why is because I'm doing things differently than I did last year. Last year was my first rally. This will be my second. I will not be going to Montana next year. It's just too far away. I don't want to fly in and not ride. Like, part of the thing I like about the BMW MoA Rally is have a destination and like do some riding. Now, when I ride, like, for example, so my original plan, and if you're a friend of the channel, you know this, I like amusement parks. I have a thing with the engineering of roller coasters and certain rides, and I'm very impressed with that kind of thing. So anyway, I want to, hopefully this is green, yeah. So the thing about that is I was going to go up to Lake George on my way up on Wednesday afternoon and go to Lake George and check out the Great Escape, which is now an Enchanted Parks park. And it was a Six Flags. Now I do have a Six Flags all park pass, so like I could go to La Ronde up north, up above Vermont, or I could go to Lake George, or I can go to Darien Lake, I go to Dillon Park. I have yet to go to Six Flags, which that might be another video. But I have the opportunity to go to all these places. So I was going to go up to the Great Escape. They have a 2-year-old coaster. Well, it's now been open for a full year. The Bobcat, which is what company is called Great Coasters International. It's a GCI family coaster. It replaced the Intamin bobsleigh coaster, Rest in Power. I was also going to go to the, and this is the crappy part, I was going to go to the drive-in movie theater. There's a twin theater there, and I really want to go take the bike to its first drive-in movie theater outside the state of Pennsylvania, and unfortunately it's not going to happen on this ride. So maybe another ride in the future. It's been to Shankweiler's, which is the world's oldest. It's been to Mahoning a couple of times. But it has not been to, I want to go somewhere new. And so what's going on there is it's definitely a tourist town, and it's right on the cusp of not being open. School's still in session. So what happened was I booked a room thinking the place would be open on a Wednesday. Nope. And when I mean place, I mean Six Flags. So I was a little disappointed in that, and then I was a little disappointed in that. So I was like, okay, I made a different play, and I'm probably going to end up in Weston, Vermont. And the reason is I know someone who works there. So I worked for this place called Surflight, and it was the toughest place to work I've ever worked. Long hours, 24-hour shifts. All for the art of theater. And yeah, Surflight was pretty tough. I've talked to me and some other former people are like, we should really write out like, that's got a lot of blood. But I think if we do that now, I might get concrete shoes. My experiences there, I met like a props person. He's from the same area I am. There's a mini golf course by us called Putt U. And I walk in the scene shop. I'm like, hi, Ryan. And I'm like, wait, you're wearing a Putt U shirt. So it was nice to have a local in that scene shop with me. So anyway, I'm going to go up to Weston and say hi and go see a show. I did $1 Million Quartet. Now I'm going to go see Ring of Fire, not Rain of Fire. Totally different show. And then I'll make my way up. After Weston, I booked a hip camp, which I'm not going to be pitching a tent on that. I am going to just be, I'm just going to be doing what I normally do. And just like, I found like this little basically It's basically like a little cabin, like a little, you'll see it, it's gonna be really cool. But yeah, I'll be staying there, and then on my way up the next day, I'm gonna do some covered bridges and some other stuff that I wanna hit up. Do some cottywampling, pick up like another 10. I had to cut it down to like 12, just because. So yeah, that's my idea for going up to, I'm going to Essex Junction, the Champlain Expo Center. I finally remember the name of it. So I'll be going up there, looking forward to it, looking forward to some good weather, because, you know, it's actually, the way the weather is down here in Pennsylvania is very awkward. You know, some days it's very warm, some days it's very cold, and it's just not really I don't like it. So yeah, looking forward to that. You know, Thursday I'll get in, and then Friday I am probably not gonna, I probably will do, weather permitting, I will do some riding on, do some demo rides. And the reason is because I've been wanting to do demo rides for years. It just never happens. Every time I supposed to go do a demo ride at Hermes, like, it rains. I'm gonna probably do that. There's Beer Fest that day. So I don't think the people over at the MoA, they thought this through. So they have, the way they did this, I don't think they thought this through at all. They ended up there, so, and they did this right, and nothing wrong with what they did. They are doing a blood drive because a former member who was very well respected, she did a lot for the community, and this is in tribute for her on Friday afternoon. They've also got Beer Fest at the same exact time. So you could either give blood or you could get drunk. I've never given blood before, I'm sorry, but I'm probably gonna get wasted. I'm gonna get tipsy. And then the other thing is, like, I even said something, I said, hey, just so you guys know, like, you scheduled this at the same time, I wouldn't recommend doing both. Like, yes, you can get your blood drawn and give some for the community, but you better eat something really quick and then, like, wait an hour or two and then go over. I don't want to get too, and that's the other thing. There's also a second alcohol event after Beer Fest on Friday night. I'm gonna pass on that because I have the ride to Peacham on Saturday morning, and I'm waiting to see what really happens. Like if someone just says, nah, we're not going. I just posted it up on the meetup today, so I'm interested to see if anybody's actually interested in going. There were a couple other ideas I was thinking, like you heard me say, I was thinking about going to La Ronde. Well, La Ronde is up north and like in Canada, and I was thinking about going into La Ronde. One of the cool things about La Ronde is also by an F1 track, Montreal. They were just racing there about 2 weeks ago, or as time of recording, last week. For the Canadian Grand Prix. There are some seminars on Friday that I want to hit up. The seminars I'm not really liking this year. I think they're a little weak, and I said something last year. I said, guys, I was talking to one of the presidents of another club. I said, you know, I hate them, but bring in an influencer. We're going to have Moto Camp Nerd there, and I don't really like Moto Camp Nerd. I don't really think that they're affordable. I think I have major issues with them. But what I do think that they do well is they bring in, you know, they do make some good videos from time to time. And one of their spokespeople, like Amanda Zitto, bring Amanda Zitto and fly her out, you know, and have her do a cooking demo. Like, if she's so good at cooking on, you know, on a campsite, bring her in. Who else do I need to get? You know, who else would I recommend? you know, I don't know if Jess on her two wheels. I don't know if Dork would be that great. Like, if you want to do a, hey, this is how you make a successful YouTube channel, you might want to bring in Dork. You might want to bring in Jess. Actually, I would do a panel, like, bring all three of, you know, bring those two in. Spite only went to a BMW. He only went to a BMW one because Flying Ice was putting the bill. He didn't give a rat's ass. So, yeah, it's just... I think they should bring in some influencers. You know, bring in Charlie Borman. That's a good one. Guy, you know, rode BMWs, but we all know he's a good. We all know he's. Well, no, bring in Charlie Borman so we could talk about the vintage Airhead he was riding on Long Way home or something. You know, like, I don't know, but that costs money. The MoA puts enough money up for other reasons, so it's like, okay, I get it. Oh, military jeeps. I'm doing 70, and they're probably doing 55. But yeah, so Saturday will be the day, because I don't want to do any seminars. Oh, Friday is also the BMW like town hall. So I think I have like one question, and it's about the charter and chapter club. So I always get these mixed up, and I'll go in editing and put the right thing here. But so we were I believe we were a charter club, the Lehigh Valley Beavers. And what happened was, so there has been the MoA has been shrinking, and what happened was they're like, okay, let's try a pilot program, let's try to reorganize. And, you know, try to get people more involved. Be like, hey, you can join the MoA. And some people have no interest in working with the MoA. You know, going on group rides. No, like, I joined the Lehigh Valley Beavers because they like to go to breakfast at places I like to go to breakfast. And I figured it would be a good resource. Like, I have an old oil head. Let me talk to old oil heads. Well, you know, oil heads are so old now that it's like, I mean, everybody has a wet head or a hex head now. For the most part, but there are a couple oil head owners and a couple of other owners. But anyway, you know, so these guys are, you know, I try to use that as a resource. I'm actually very grateful, like, that I'm a part of it now. I know I gotta. Oh, that's another thing. On Friday night, I think Vince, our president, and Dave, our treasurer, are becoming ambassadors. So that's a big freaking deal. That is a big effing deal there. And I was happy enough to help Dave become an ambassador. But I'm glad that those two are getting the ambassadorship together. I think those two are two peas in a pod, two dedicated people to the MoA. And we really needed an ambassador for the BMW MoA, for the Lehigh Valley Beavers, because we really didn't have one. So I'm glad we have one now. So that's another thing that's going on. Looking forward to that. But yeah, like, I want to talk to, it's the only time I really get a chance. I really wish they would do a live stream. And I might bother the one guy who does the social media. I'm like, hey, let's do a live stream, like, and not for something that we're giving away a prize on. No, like, let's do a live stream, just like a question and answer, like ask the chair or ask the board member, because I would love to do that. And they've been doing, I gotta say, the BMW MoA has been really stepping it up with their YouTube presence lately, and I think they've been doing an excellent job. So yeah, so just to finish up this video here, so those of you who are wondering what I'm going to be doing at the BMW MoA Rally, what I'm looking forward to, what are some things I'm not thrilled about. Like I said, we got a good seminar or two. I got the BMW Town Hall. I get to go moto camping with everybody. I get to go to Peacham, Vermont, and it's just really nice. It's shaping up to be a really nice trip. And I'm really happy about what's going on. So anyway, guys, if you do like this kind of content, if you're interested in me going to the BMW MoA Rally, please like, comment, and subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you, and I'll catch you guys later.